The Gooners got them a win. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't interested in the game because I'm just not interested in gacha games anymore as a whole. You know, anything that's incentivized for you to pull on characters, and has like a stamina system, I'm not interested in anymore. So long and behold, Duet Night Abyss, where there is no stamina and no gacha for character, just skins. Gacha for skins, I'll give you that one, but who gives a fuck about that? So, when I had talked about this game a few days ago, I was like saying that the combat is kind of sticky, and that the movement is bad. Now, I stand by having no wall run is unacceptable. So this is unacceptable to me. Now, if you want to get up this wall, you spam jump. And it looks okay-ish on a small wall. But anything with, like, a dip like this or whatever, like, you'll never, like, that's it. Like, you spam the jump button, and it just looks ugly. Like, the movement on, like, walls and shit is really ugly. I hate it. But I learned how to do a bullet jump, which has a name in this game that I forget. But this is from Warframe. The Warframe players taught me how to actually move in the game, which is like this. With this, you see the little, like, light-up jump? This is how you're actually supposed to move in the game, and how you could get over long distances and get up certain places, is like this. And then you could close gaps by, like, doing stuff like that. And you do this little slide jumpy. And that's how you're supposed to move. Now, some characters have, like, air abilities that will, like, take you across the entire map. Phantasmo is not one of those characters, as far as I know. And then you could look at how you shoot when you're doing these big jumpies, is that you're just in the air forever, pretty much, like that. So, I wanted to go over a few things that I learned over the past few days, including who the most overpowered characters in the game are, and how the general farming looks in this game. So, if you go over the popular opinion, Rebecca is the most overpowered character in the game, based on pure farming potential alone. I did build Rebecca to be my AI companion farmer so that I can alt-tab a lot and do other things while I'm farming for random shit. There's Rebecca. Lyn is an option for you to main, for obvious reasons, but I will show you in a level why Lyn is so crazy. And I do not have the big demon wedge for Lyn yet. I had been farming it, but then I'm not really going to be using Lyn, so I had stopped farming it. And I started farming for... Yes, his name is Randy, okay? Dude's name is Randy. I'd been farming for Randy's demon wedges because he's a good support throughout most of the game. And I do have the Prime demon wedge on most of my characters. Prime Serenity on most of my characters, which is pretty much the best demon wedge you could get. This restores your sanity, and your sanity is your resource bar. There's no cooldowns in this game. There's only resources. So I have 180 sanity. Everything you do that isn't an auto attack spends your sanity. And when you're out of sanity, you're out of abilities. So getting your sanity back is very important. I built Outsider just because, yeah, he's a furry, and probably the most fuckable character in the game. I built him just for that. I'm not really using him too much because I really like Phantasmo, and you will see why. I think his name is Fantasio. I've been calling him Phantasmo this entire fucking time, and I probably won't stop either. So, I am farming Rebecca's best in slot weapon, which I have already gotten the blueprint for. But in order to craft the best in slot weapon for Rebecca, which as far as I know is Siren's Kiss, if I'm wrong, I've wasted a lot of time. Hopefully I'm not wrong. But it requires these sharpening potions. Sharpening potions require a lot of materials, but mostly they require these coins. So I've been farming these coins. I do it on level 50 because it's only one difference, and it's much faster at level 50. Who uses a greatsword? I'm using a greatsword on Fantasio. So this is the greatsword I'm using. And attack range is +1. Landing a crit has a 33% chance to restore sanity. So you'll see why sanity is so important on characters like Phantasmo and Lyn. And I'll show you both Lyn and Phantasmo's farm. So I'll do Phantasmo first because he's my favorite character, and we are going to farm the coins for Rebecca's best in slot weapon. So you could do this a couple of different ways. You could go to the forge like you saw and how I went to those coins, or you could just go here. It's not these coins, by the way. It's a lie. See that? This is not the coins for the weapon crafting. This is the coin for the weapon crafting. They're technically the skill up materials. So do it on level 50 just because it's a lot faster. The thing I hate most about farming is how far away everything is. Like, why do I have to ride this elevator? Like, for no fucking reason, you know? So it's like, actually getting to the target is like the most annoying part about most of these levels. So I'm going to show you why this is my favorite character. Ready? Look at me. Now you are in this form for as long as you have sanity. And then you'll pop out. There's like no waves in here. I just like destroyed everything. So that's why you want sanity. And then when you have no sanity, you could get it back by just attacking. And then transform again. And look at this. You're like Iron Man. So yeah, this character is very fun. This is my favorite character because you turn into a pink demon guy, which is very cool. And then that's it. Like, the level is just like so easy. And you could just like, because you have Rebecca, so you see Rebecca is the one that puts these jellyfish down. If you had something else to do, you could pretty much just sit here and do nothing most of the time, and Rebecca will pretty much solo everything. But it's much faster to just help out. The giant spear in the ground is Randy, and he puts that spear down. And then he just like shocks everything so that nothing can really hit you. Thank you, Satolo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you see, he uses a greatsword. Rebecca uses... She's going to use that lance that we're farming. And then Randy uses a scythe, which is also a two-handed weapon. And you just clear the whole ass screen like this. And because you have the weapon that's restoring sanity, you could stay in here for like a really long time. It's best to pop out when there's nothing going on so you can regen the sanity with the demon wedge. But when you're continuously hitting something, you stay in like a lot longer. And your initial transformation also does damage to everyone around you. And he does a shit ton of damage, so... Now you get like the little bossy boss guy here. You just like shred the shit out of him. When is the next Decade Subathon? Overnight gifts. Gia shifts were so cooked and wild. Yeah, no, I did not enjoy that. I did not enjoy that at all. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever do another subathon. Maybe something more of like a extended stream or something. I don't really know. I know there's like a new way of doing subathons where like it doesn't have a timer, it has like a goal. It has goals for the stream instead of a timer. And I like that a lot better because it seems like a lot less toxic. The good thing is that once you're in here, you could just do the multiple waves like this. You don't have to like keep going in and out of the level. He's not bad when you're not in demon form too, so but I'll show you Lyn and I think you'll freak out. So see how fast my sanity like goes back up after I'm out of the form? That's from the weapon and the demon wedge. And I hate to say it, but like the combat kind of grew on me, if that makes sense. Like I stand by the fact that it still feels pretty sticky and I would like to see it improved, but if it makes any sense, like I'm not unhappy, like I think it could be better. And I hope they make it better. But it's definitely not horrible. It's just not amazing. This guy's an elite, so we just like gonna shred him. Shred him. Never mind. We're out of form. And that little pet flying around me has an ability too. It puts fire on the ground. And you could catch these little pets around the world like Pokemon. See, like, it's just a little, like, sticky. Like, getting up here is a little not clean. It doesn't look very cool. Those are the things, like, I hope they improve on. Yeah, so they really clickbaited with the Steam thing, and I was pretty upset about it. So the game has been on the Steam store for a while, that you could wishlist it and like really debate you that it was going to be on Steam, and then they said that there is no release date for the Steam version of the game and to stay tuned for updates, which I think is bullshit. I really don't like that I can't check the Steam charts for how well the player base is doing. You can't check the revenue. It is on the Epic Games Store, which I refuse to download. So I'm kind of mad at them for the Steam Store clickbait. The only benefit of the doubt that I can give them is that maybe they were afraid of the issues that they might have on release, and they didn't want people to negatively review the game on Steam, so that they wanted to wait until they had their issues fixed before they would put it out on Steam. That is my conspiracy theory, and that might be a good idea, but I still think it's kind of shitty of them to do, if I'm being honest. Why won't you download Epic? I just don't want to. I don't have a good reason. I have Steam already, and I don't want two of them. That's literally the only reason why. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Forge. We're gonna go to, you could just go to weapons, you could click on the sharpening potion, you could click on the sand. Now I need 2 sharpening potions, which means I need 12 sand. So that's only 3. And you also need these... I need another repulsive crystal, which requires the same fucking coins. So you need like so many of these fucking coins, man. Does Epic not have reviews? I have no idea. So I want to show you my Lyn. I want to show you Lyn. Pretty much how Lyn operates. Because I think you guys will really like it. If I had to be honest, I think it's probably better. Actually, I think she's better with this. I think she's probably better than Phantasmo, but I like Phantasmo better for aesthetic reasons. So watch this shit. We could do, no, let's do the level 61 so that maybe things will stay alive longer. Look at how you farm with Lyn. This shit is... What the fuck? Did I not choose the preset? I literally just chose a preset, sir. Because there's no stamina, you don't have to worry about just exiting the fucking level. So... I guess I edited it, but I didn't select it. Alright, watch this shit. See like how long it takes to just get to the... What is this run for? I don't understand. Why do I have to run this far? Alright, watch this, watch this, watch this. That's how you farm with Lyn. And that's it. That's the whole thing. That's farming with Lyn. A lot less invasive than farming with like literally anyone else. And you could still have Rebecca on your team, you know, for added support. You know, my Lyn is not fully built, so she's gonna run out of sanity at some point. Here, because she doesn't have like literally everything she's supposed to. But once you like fully max her out, it comes back fast too. You'll be able to just literally stand here the whole time. And the longer she does this, the faster it gets. So you could see her bullets start going like faster and faster and faster. And that's just the regular, like, shooty weapon. And then, like, Rebecca will take care of the rest. This is, like, technically, like, a boss, so that's why it takes so long. And then by the time Wave 2 comes up, like, you could see how fast, like, the regen on the sanity is coming. So it's, like, better to, like, wait for like a lot of them to like come. See, like the one part about this is like you have this boss monster here and he just like does not take damage. So this is why I do it on like the one lesser difficulty, because it doesn't have like this heavily armored like boss guy. She still does a lot of damage to him, but because she's not finished, I run out of the sanity and she pops out. But yeah, you can farm with, you can farm real easy with her. And then you know, you could set your character presets so that you could play. She doesn't even have to be your active main character. You could just set her on the preset like I just did, and then only play her for certain levels. So she's actually my highest built character. You know, I don't know why I did. I like wasted stuff on her, to be honest with you, because I don't plan on playing her, but she is good. She's very, very good. I know a lot of people are maining her right now. And the craziest part about the game is that I didn't spend any money on building her or unlocking her at all. So it's very good, like, time-wise. So what you could also do, something else I haven't done, is this. So, you know, the constellation system that apparently I can do it. I didn't realize I had materials. You know, the constellation system that you have in every other game where you pull a character multiple times? Well, you could farm a character multiple times and unlock their constellation, like, system here. So, like, I have... Oh, no. That is actually spending money. I don't want to spend any money. Not enough thoughts. Yeah. I bought currency because I unlocked this character with money. Just because this is the one character I wanted. And because the game just came out, to actually farm this character, your account level needs to be like level 80. And I just didn't want to wait. So this is the one character I wanted. So I had decided to just unlock him on my own. It cost $40 to do. It wasn't random or anything. It was just a flat price, no problem. And I unlocked him. And I, of course, don't have any of his extras. But when I am high enough level, I will be able to farm him as a whole. So also he'll be easier to farm in like a month or two because of the way this works. So like these characters, you have to fight these bosses to unlock them. But eventually they'll be old news, and then you could just unlock them from the shop that doesn't require money. So as you can see, this is how you farm him. And it requires the highest level of farming this boss. These bosses are also limited weekly on how many times you could farm them. And then once the character is considered old, you'll unlock them like this. So this is how I unlocked Lynn and all the other characters, is you go to covert commissions and you could get the letters here. So these pieces of paper here, it's 10 pieces of paper for a secret letter for each character. These you get all day, every day by just doing random shit. You also get them through just like logging in. So you could see this is the beginner's guide. These are daily quests. Forge one time and get 40 of these pieces of paper. So these pieces of paper you get for free every day by just completing random tasks and doing random commissions. And then you go to the shop, covert commissions, and you spend your pieces of paper. This is how I'm getting the weapons as well. The best part about having to pee is that Rebecca will farm for you while you take a piss. So that's a great way to showcase how good Rebecca is.